Time now for Mars Driving Destinations Fall Travel Tips in Texas.
Yeah, buddy. First up, we're going to talk about different places that you can go. And the first up is going to be Lost Maple State National Area. Now, this is famous for all the evolving maples. Now, this comes off in mid-November. It's really the season for the colors, the hiking, the camping, and the stargazing. And it's really Texas crown jewel for fall foliage because that's the time whenever people go out there, and it really does have a lot of reds and oranges and yellows. Things that you think about that are more up in the northeastern part of the country, but this area in Central Texas has a lot of that. It's all fed by the Sabine River. It's got cooler temperatures, so it's a really great place to go camping and hiking during the fall if you want to see all the colors.
I don't see colors in Texas in the fall. Maybe in January.
Well, you know, summer's kind of dragging on here. It's not really things aren't cooling down like they're supposed to in the fall. You know, we don't have good fall anyway.
Oh, David's going back to the UP in a few days, and that's already starting to change up there.
Yeah, he could get us some pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on, let's talk about the Texas Hill Country Wine Trail.
Oh, yeah.
Wine.
Wow.
Texas Hill Country. Now, if you go out in the fall, this means the harvest festivals. They have grape stomps going on in the wine trail from Fredericksburg all the way over to Johnson City, which is not
When
really
you say
that,
that, all I can think of is that famous wine stomp that Lucy had on her show,
exactly.
where she actually got in the real fight with the actress that was playing the wine stomping lady. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that really
No, I
happened.
didn't know that. But fall is the harvest season in the Texas Hill Country wine world, and it's a really good time to go out and explore the wine trail because it's a lot cooler. And it runs from Fredericksburg to Johnson City. You know, used to, and nobody ever thought about Texas wines per se, other than you were making them in the backyard. But there's actually a pretty big market for those. So during the fall, you get the crisp mornings and the mild afternoons. So you can go out and do these walkthroughs of these wineries and do some wine tastings. You get some award-winning whites and reds, particularly the reds, because that's supposed to be heart healthy. So take care of that.
Oh, yeah, let's go for that.
They also host great stomps and harvest festivals. Some places have live music in October and November on the weekend. So it's a great place to go out and check out the fall. Now, if you really want to get ambitious and you really want to get serious about going out and about in the fall, head down to the Big Bend country. Head down to the Big Bend country out in West Texas, because during the fall, the weather gets better. You go out there in the summer, and it's like Monster. You'll melt down in the summer. But during the fall and the winter time out there, when it's cool, you can go hiking. They've got river trips, and there's actually a lot of places you can go out there and do stargazing from the tops of these hills. Oh, it's a beautiful place, and it's monstrously big. I went one time in the summer, and that was it. That's kind of like going to New Orleans in the summer. You learn don't do that. But it does make it into, the fall makes it into a much more comfortable adventure destination. They've got places like the Chisos Basin, the Santa Elena Canyon, and a lot of desert landscape. If you're out in there, we're looking at the cactus and things that grow out in the desert. And you can actually get over to the Rio Grande. You can do some river rafting if you want to down through there. And there's plenty of stargazing going on because a lot of people go out there during Big Bend's International Dark Sky designation. That's where the Milky Way really gets brilliant that time of year, and it really fall offers a great time to do things like that. Also, if you want to go back to the east, you can go over to Caddo Lake. Now, this is it's full of bald cypress trees that they're really old and they've been around a long time. And
Like me.
Yes. Now, Caddo Lake is one of those that's straddling the Texas-Louisiana border. So during the fall, it's kind of got different, you actually get different kind of elements of the fall going on because they've got a lot of cypress trees that got Spanish moss in them. And it gets kind of swampy in certain areas when you get on the Louisiana side. They got kayaking you can do. You can go by canoe. They got guided boat tours. This used to actually be the main waterway that brought boats came up, bringing cargo up from the coast up until it kind of, the silt and stuff flowed in, and it's shallowed out to where they can't do that anymore. But it's a great place to go if you're looking for something out in the lake area in the East Texas.
Fall travel tips in Texas. Mr. Mars, thank you so much. I hope I didn't cut you off, but the time is fast approaching that we need to take a break.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to get to where I can see the clock much better. Why did that not stop?
I don't know, but at any rate, when you're ready, Mr. Mars, it's time. Mr. Mars is now playing all the commercials.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's time now for the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show to take a quick break.
We will.
And we'll be back right after this.
You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com. The award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show now reaches 5.3 million folks each year. Check us out on InWheelTime.com, the Odyssey radio app, YouTube, Facebook, and just about every other entertainment source out there, including our live broadcast every Saturday, 10 to noon Central Time. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show has informative automotive guest interviews, new car reviews, along with popular features including Jeff's Car Culture, the latest new cars, cruise-ins, and racing dates. It's InWheelTime.com. Join us.
Time now for Jeff's Car Culture. Helmets. Do they really protect your beam?
I don't know. Do they? Well, racing with its adrenaline-fueled speed and daring maneuvers has always been dangerous sport. Behind the wheel, drivers face immense risks going through curves, straightaways, side-by-side, and breakneck speeds. The most crucial defense? Well, it's the helmet. In the early years of racing, drivers wore soft helmets that offered a little more protection than from bugs. Imagine leather caps and goggles, the bare minimum to shield their heads from the elements. But as racing evolved, so did the need for better safety gear. So cloth, the soft cloth, gave way to football leather, while an improvement, it still fell short in the crash protection. Racing was becoming faster, more intense, and the drivers needed helmets that could withstand impact. Safety wasn't the priority, and unfortunately, the shows of the death rate of the drivers were really prevalent. In the 50s, it saw introduction to the first fiberglass helmets, which offered improvement, durability, and impact resistance for their predecessors. These hard helmets were a significant step towards the terms of safety, but they still lacked the features and the modern racers that they were wanting for their helmets. In the 60s, DuPont introduced the game changer called Nomex. This flame-resistant material formed the basis of fireproof racing helmets. With the risk of explosions during accidents, Nomex was a crucial part for the safety of the drivers. In the 70s and 80s, the introduction of the full-face helmets, which was a significant leap forward. These helmets with fire-protective hoods protected drivers from debris and fire. Visors became standard, enhancing the eye protection also. With the advent of the computer-aided design, or CAD, allowed for more precise shaping of the customized of the helmets for the person's head and the individual drivers as well. This led to the increased comfort and reduced fatigue during long races and further enhancing the safety. Then we come up to the 90s, where aerodynamics took the center stage. Sleek helmets reduced air resistance, enhancing performance. The 2000s brought lightweight materials, ensuring both safety and agility, because there's a lot of lightweight stuff on your neck. Helmets are a marvel of engineering, made primarily from a combination of carbon fiber and Kevlar. The weight adjusted is about 2.7 pounds or 1.25 kilograms if you're in Neaterville. These helmets consist of about 12 layers, with the top layer adorned with bright designs and sponsor logos. Those are fantastic. Helmet restraint devices reduce the likelihood of head and neck injuries during crashes. Helmet restraints included straps and attached to the side of the helmets, which prevented sudden head movements, basically to help in the crash. However, these devices were not widely used in the motorsports in the 80s or 90s. Only after the Dale Earnhardt incident in 2001 on the last lap of Daytona was more focus given to the Hans device. Looking into the future, aerodynamic shapes, integrated cooling systems, and helmets, more advanced than ever before. They're actually considering putting a head-up display in the visor of the helmet, which I think is cool. I've got a head-up display in my car. I use it all the time. So it's fantastic.
You know, I got one in my old Corvette. 2001 Corvette's got a head-up display.
Yeah.
It was an option back in the day.
Yeah.
And I use mine all the time.
Yeah, I think it's cool. And there you go. Protect your head when you're driving in the race car.
All right. Time now for this hour's car review. Had a chance to drive the 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander. Now, the difference between the Grand Highlander and the Highlander, 6 inches of length at the back end of it that allows for a third row. Final assembly location, Princeton, Indiana. So it's built in the US of A. Available trim levels, the LE, the XLE, the Limited, the Nightshade, the Max Limited, and the Max Platinum. I had the Max Shade Hybrid. Standard SUV, seats including the driver, 7. Exterior changes from last model year. It was all new in 2024. Best front fascia award for Toyota. Looks really good. Subtle sheet metal creases create a conservative look to it. Rear hatch design allows for more interior room, yet still very attractive. Love the fake dual exhaust tips for a 4-banger engine.
Yeah.
What I liked, one of the best looking SUVs on the market, bar none. What could use improvement? Nothing. Interior highlights, 1 pod for the instruments and 1 separate infotainment screen for accessories. Center console has a sliding door for the cover of the storage area, which is a good thing. You don't have to open it up to the left or the right or in the back or none of that stuff. Cool. Yeah, that was good. Seating is comfortable. Consider captain's chairs in the second row if you're interested in buying one. I think that would probably be a good thing unless you actually need the extra seat. Third row actually has room for adults thanks to that 6-inch increase in length of the overall vehicle.
I was in that car, and yes, it does. It is roomy. I made the comment when I was back there that, hey, you could actually fit back here.
I really like it.
Yeah.
More room in the third row when the third row is up than most as far as cargo space is concerned. What I liked, high marks for a well thought out interior. What could use improvement? Upscale models could use a bit more bling. The $1,350 glass roof option is for northern states only, unless you want to cook.
Fry.
Cell phone charger allows the phone to slide off of its charger pad.
Oh, man.
That was a little bit of an issue. 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine in the hybrid. It also has a max option for more power, but then you use the fuel mileage. And that's what this is all about. It's a hybrid. Horsepower, 245 is what I had. The max has 362 horsepower. If you need all of that, okay, go for it. But I like the mileage. It has a CVT transmission. Now, the max has an actual 6-speed transmission. Tow rating, 3,500 pounds, all-wheel drive. It's rated at 36 miles per gallon on the highway, 36 city, 32 highway for a combined of 34. I got 29.7 miles per gallon over 475 miles. What I liked about it, clearly, the mileage. What could use improvement? Nothing. Just get the base engine in it. I think that you'll really be impressed. Ride and handling, the smoothness. It rides like a big car. It's not stiff. It is not trying to pretend to be something else. It will go off-road. But let me ask you something. Percentage-wise, how many SUVs actually go off-road?
Not many.
My guess is less than 1 or 2%.
Yeah, not many.
That's not what you buy them for. Yeah. They're like a big station wagon.
Dirt road is furthest I go.
Really? Gravel, snow, maybe?
Yeah. What could use improvement? Nothing that I can think of. Like I said here, who takes an SUV off-road these days? Base trim price, $52,610. Prices tested, $58,187. Base model price, $44,210.
That's not
Don't add too much to it. Why? Why junk it all up with all the options when you can't? You know, that's an $8,000 savings.
Yeah, and your tendency for more stuff to break.
Competitors to this vehicle, the Mazda CX-90 hybrid plug-in. They don't have a pure hybrid, but
Yeah.
it's a plug-in, $49,995. Hyundai Santa Fe hybrid, $37,800. Kia Sorento hybrid, $38,690. Next week, going to review the 2025 Mazda Miata MX-5.
Beautiful.